Keegan has had 3 children and is pregnant with our twins. All right. We are back for another Freethinker reaction. But first, a word from our girls. You ready?
Yes.
Take 26.
Stay until the end of our video to see our raffle. Subscribe now.
A lot of people sent me stuff, and I've been doing a lot of unboxing videos. And one subscriber was kind enough to send me Brave 2 signed autograph CD when I already bought one. And then several other people had sent me for the purpose of raffles. So I have 2, which the girls will help us announce the winner at the end of this video. And also at the end of the video, I'll tell you how at minimum 1 more is up for raffle and how you could possibly win it. So stick around. I wanted to pair this raffle with the... that was stupid. But since I'm giving away 2 of the Brave 2 CDs, I wanted to pair the raffle with a song from the Brave 2. I figured people who would want the CD would also like the song. It'd be the same clientele, you know what I mean? So I bought a CD. I also bought the digital copy, and so we're going to be reacting to a new song for Keegan. I did a full Brave 2 album reaction with Armando back when it first launched. So you guys can check out that video. It's a great time, and Edit Jeff mixed and remastered it so it's like perfect audio for all of those videos, for every one of those songs. It's pretty great.
Perfect.
Perfect. Oh no, you don't even know. It's like primo, like really good. Anyway, we did that full thing, but with the full album reaction, we couldn't really break anything down because it already took us like an hour and a half to get through that. So we just had a couple of comments per song at the very end. But this song was probably my favorite personally. So I wanted to share it with Keegan, who has not heard it. And then we could do a little bit of a breakdown and go into the bars. So I'm excited. I project my excitement onto her. She's probably a limited capacity. What are you feeling right now?
I never know what to expect with you.
Well, I thought that you would like to break it down. This song is Freedom of Speech.
Suiting.
Yes. So with freedom to think, it really, the brand of my channel and my internet identity came from throwing 2 middle fingers up at the system that was trying to chokehold us into a group thought where they control the narrative, and anyone who disagreed with the narrative needed to be, stripped of their children and thrown in a camp for re-education. So I'm a very big advocate for freedom of speech, if that is not known. So
It's not.
if that's not known already. That's actually something that people don't talk about. There's a lot of songs with no video, and some of the best songs are not with a music video. So you would only know that if you actually got the albums. And that's something, honestly, I didn't even know about music in general because I'm so music illiterate and ignorant that like I've had albums, but I didn't realize that like people make a couple of music videos per album, but then there's a long list of videos or songs on the album. So some of the really amazing songs don't actually have a video. They're just like a standalone song by itself. So
I didn't know that either.
yeah, I was just like, holy crap, that's a thing. It's like, yeah, bro. They'll have an album. They'll make like 3 music videos for the songs on that album, and then the rest of them are just the song only, and that's all you get. But in this case, some of the very, very top-notch best work is in the non-video songs. And if you don't buy the albums, you don't know. So just so you guys know, I will link where you can buy the song and where you can buy the album below in the description, because this is also a plug for the artist, we got to show some love because this stuff is really cool. And Tom and Adam said that we could do these reviews, and like they don't care. We do full reviews on their album. It's just gnarly, man.
Welcome to America, where everything is made in China, where a girl can have a penis and the boys can have vaginas.
Wow, they just like get right to it.
Yeah. Welcome to America. Everything's made in China.
That's pretty true.
It's true. And it's such a good way to rhyme with the boys can have vaginas. So the whole gender confusion thing that we have plaguing our society with the people who are considered experts in their fields, and they are enabling this behavior. Really, it's an issue, and he's not a stranger to it. He catches a lot of hate for his firm stance in reality.
That's crazy that that's even a problem.
Well, you have grown and nurtured boys and girls, and you currently pregnant fraternal twins, one boy, one girl. Even the doctor is making jokes against the craziness.
Yeah.
What was it? That was about identical, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember how the joke was because it was funny. Yeah, the doctor was saying they're fraternal, not identical twins. And since they're boy and girl, there's no way they could be identical, even in today's crazy world where they could identify as identical, opposite gender babies. So
Yeah. I've used that example too with you, that it's just like outrageous because I'm just like, dude, I've like birthed 3 babies and I know what they were like right after they're born. It's like, yeah, there's no like, oh, I don't know. It's like pretty clear.
that is.
Welcome to America, where everything is made in China, where a girl can have a penis and the boys can have vaginas, where people purchase guns and go to school to open fire, and our government manipulates the truth trying to divide us. Welcome to the democratic USA. You're homophobic and racist if you ain't black or gay, where the stars and the stripes, they go up in flames, but every classroom in the country has a rainbow flag.
It's like an angry letter.
Yeah, kind of.
It feels like.
But yeah, it's like they're trying to make these, it's like by like unoppressing these people, they're just putting them in their own special class. It's just like, can we just all be the same?
Oh yeah,
Actually the same?
right. I mean, they're making them. They're putting them into special needs, basically.
Yeah, but by calling them the superior class.
Right. It's like we're going to make so hard. We're going to work so hard to make sure that you're not oppressed, that we're just coddling people until they're basically retarded. Like they grow up not knowing how to do anything because they're being sheltered from reality. And then being told that they're oppressed at the exact same time. So it's like you're being treated special and extra privilege is given to you. And then at the same time, you got people whispering in your ear this poison that you're a victim of oppression. So I don't know how that can commingle in your head, that you're a victim while also being treated special all the time. But that's it. That's the downfall. I saw Candace Owens, who is a real G, was talking, and she had a group of people. And of course, there's always the hecklers that come in.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying that black people in America are having a civil war right now because it's a quiet civil war, but you have like the GOP, conservative, Republican, black Americans that are just like, dude, we can take over everything and do everything we need to do, have amazing lives, amazing families, amazing businesses, be educated, all this stuff. And then you have these black people that are absolutely poisoned to the core with this victim mentality and there's just nothing, like you got nothing for them. And she's saying 20 years down the track, look at the difference in the lives of these two groups of people. Because you're going to have the absolute winners of society that are thinking about their future. And then you have the losers of society that are focused on someone else's past with the whole slavery bullshit that happened.
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of like parenting where, like, ultimately you kind of want to raise your kids to be able to take care of themselves. Yeah, they're basically just trading, like, their easier life for their freedom. Like, oh, the government and whatever will take care of me, give me special privileges and all that stuff, but then they control where you live and all that stuff.
Yeah, you put yourself in the trap. It's hard to get out.
Yeah, but it's kind of like what Armando's example was with, like, the candy. It's like, oh, here's the
Yeah.
here's the easy way. But then you only get, to here. You can't ever have the fulfilled life of freedom and all that. So.
Okay, I love it.
Every classroom in the country has a rainbow flag. It's the land of opportunity where natural immunity don't matter when Big Pharma has a cure to sell to you and me. Welcome to the home of the woke. We're going broke. You'll get canceled for a joke by folks who voted for Joe. Where our freedom is in.
Canceled for a joke by the folks who voted for Joe. I love you trashed Biden. I love you trashed the Biden voters, which some of them I love you. Your friends, your family, your coworkers. But damn it, you did vote for Joe, and we're in this mess. It's very clear that was an L, and the problem isn't the people that voted for Biden. It's the people who voted for Biden and think he's doing a good job.
Yeah, that's true, because a lot of people have switched over at this point.
Right. They're just like, oh.
No, actually, I don't really approve of it.
My bad, bro. My bad. Like, there's a lot of people in the my bad category where they're like, I'm going to keep it 100. I was a little bit swayed by the media. I was a little bit pressured by family. You know what I mean? There was a lot of that.
Yeah. That was uncool originally.
Right.
To go against
you were definitely going against the grain a little bit to be like cheering for the rich white man, which they're both rich white men, so that's funny. But when it was like Hillary versus Trump, it was like, the feminist superpower lady versus, the rich white man in Trump. And, so people were like, the media and the culture pushed that Trump was the degenerate choice. And you really had to go against the grain and against the whole system in order to be on that side. But it went to the point where now it's like you got cancel culture that came out of nowhere, and it's all these psychopaths who 100% of them voted for Joe Biden, is his point.
Well, I think we need to get back to where people can actually take a joke, too, because if you couldn't take a joke...
That's true.
Like, you'd just be crying all the time around me. Like, you have to be able to take a little bit of a...
That's true.
Joke or heckling or whatever.
Keegan, if she loves you, she will tease you. So I get teased mercilessly. But I know it's with love. So it's like a joke, a like low blow, and a sandwich. Like, it's kind of in that order. And I'm just like, okay, all right, it's fine. We're good.
Folks who voted for Joe, where our freedom isn't free, it's being held for ransom. Where we'd all be locked away if people didn't have guns. Where our only information is their propaganda. Everybody please rise for the national anthem. You ain't gonna shut me up. You gonna have to kill me and cut out my tongue. You ain't gonna shut me up. I'll be saying what I want at the top of my lungs. You ain't gonna shut me up. You gonna hear what I say till I'm 6 feet deep. You ain't gonna shut me up. You can hate all you want. Freedom of speech, and you ain't gonna shut me up.
What do you think of that chorus?
That's pretty good. It reminds me that I like how the the right side of things, basically they're just like, we want freedom of speech for everyone. Like, not just we want our side only to be able to speak, because we don't want that either. Like, you need both sides to be able to not have one side take over power. Like, you need to be able to question the other side.
Yeah. Well, also, it's like you were saying about taking jokes. The people who can't take a joke against Republicans or against Trump are intolerable too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's some really funny comics that make fun of Trump. And like their material's amazing. And I'm just like, that's funny as hell. I'm still voting for Trump. I love his policy, but funny is funny no matter what. And like we gotta be able to just commingle and chill and
not take everything so seriously.
Right. You gotta do that. But to your point, the people on that side though, a lot more of them know that. And they're just like, hey, the freedom I want is also freedom for you.
Oh, yeah.
As people I disagree with, people on the other side of the equation. So take the dub, man. Like me getting freedom is you getting freedom. That's
right.
It's not like conservatives get freedom and then the left gets shat on. It's like, no. When Elon took over Twitter, how many left-wing people got banned immediately? None.
Oh, yeah. We don't want, I mean, we want the checks and balances still, because then if we make it where like all these rules for Trump, like where he can't get voted out and all that stuff, like that could be abused too. Like we want it to be able to still be checked.
Yes.
And the person the person after, you don't know who that's going to be. So it's like you don't want to put in rules in place that
Right.
it needs to be good for everyone to be checked.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm definitely more of a free speech absolutist. I see with the like new Israel-Gaza debate, Palestine-Israel debate that's going on. And some of the conservative side is like starting to trip into the, like, we're so pro-Israel that everyone who's anti-Israel or not our version of pro-Israel is like an anti-Semite and needs to get canceled and censored and whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, see,
Yeah.
you on the right are shitbags too.
I'm just more concerned about America, honestly.
Oh yeah, we're 100% America first. I'm not. So people, they're like, pick a side, pick a side. I'm like, okay, listen.
I picked the border for here first.
U.S. border. That's the side I choose.
Take care of yourself first and then go save the world.
Yeah.
Let's.
They say that if you're in a plane and it's crashing and they drop the little oxygen thing, like put your own mask on all the way and get yourself good.
So that you can help others
And
when you
then
can take care of
start
yourself.
helping. Yeah, because otherwise you got the like spazzing granny over there who's like, and you're trying to get her still to put her on and then you choke and now there's two, right?
And it's what Robert Kiyosaki says. He's like, the best thing you can do for the poor is not be one of them.
That is true. Yeah. As somebody who spent a very large period of time poor, I would still even advocate that. It's like, if you want to help poor people, free up resources by not using the resources
Right.
yourself.
Don't take from the...
Yeah. So that's the number one charity that you can give to the poor, is to not draw resources that are set aside for the poor. That's true. That's a good point. But yeah, I know I catch hate in every post I do that doesn't just like gargle the bathwater of one of those two sides, and I won't. So I endorse freedom of speech to hate both sides as much as people don't want to hear that. I'm just like, yeah, if you're on this side, give me all your points negative about the other side. If you're on this side, give me all your points negative on the other side. The truth is usually somewhere in the middle. And that's what I'm usually after, is the truth, not appeasing a side. Boom.
what leads to abuse of the power, I think.
Damn straight.
We got freedom of speech, and you ain't gonna shut me up. Welcome to America, used to be the home of the brave. I love my country, fuck the government, I won't be a slave. You voted today, so what? They just threw your vote away. Trump won, but they stole and put a clone in his place.
Clone in its place.
Oh, there's so much coming out right now that we could talk about, and we'll talk about because we can. We live in Georgia, one county away from Fulton County. Say that. There's a lot of counties touching Fulton. It's long.
It's pretty shady area.
It's very shady, and I obsessively watched probably hundreds of hours of hearings, congressional and Senate hearings.
And we saw the briefcases too that she pulled out from the table like when it happened.
We
Like
saw
we already
it.
saw that.
We saw it. They lied and said there was a water leak. There
yeah,
wasn't.
it's like, no, okay.
There
Really?
wasn't.
Like,
There wasn't a water leak. They lied to our face on the TV. Brought out, then they kicked the people out for the night who were watching.
And then magically at like 3 a.m.
Well, yeah, and then they counted all those, and then all of a sudden there's a spike straight up for one side. And so we follow this chronologically, right? So we have a fake water leak. We get rid of the observers. We pull the ballots out from under. We scan them multiple times on video with no one watching. Then they go to be counted. The people who are counting them say, hey, there's some funny ballots in here. The people who recounted them, the workers and the observers, have sworn affidavits saying this isn't right. And not one of those got thrown away. And welcome Joe 2021. So, like, come at me, dude. There's nothing they can stand on with this. And we used to not be able to talk about it, but now we can. And we've been watching this forever. And I lost, like, I was on 4 TikTok accounts. My first video on YouTube ever got taken down and suspended on Facebook. My first Twitter account got deleted. Like,
it was pretty entertaining. I'm just like, what account are you banned from this week?
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm not gonna stop telling them what's going on, which is why I love this song so much. I was just like, this is it, man. This is like the theme song of my life. So I was like, I gotta have Keegan listen to this while I rant and rave over it somehow integrated.
This threw your vote away. Trump won, but they stole and put a clone in his place. Jesus, why they keep pushing mental diseases? Please, can a real woman not have a penis? A fetus alive till you keep it from breathing. You just took a life like they taking our freedom. Think about the words that we all used to say, but the men today act more pussy than the ladies. You can't hurt my feelings, I was born in the 80s. Shout out to the women, only they can have babies.
Woo! Keegan has had 3 children and is pregnant with our twins. So shout out from Adam to the women who can have babies. That would be you. I can't do it. I can do a lot of things. I'm very multi-talented. I consider myself the jack of all, I'm not the master of anything, but I'm the jack of all. Just I can't make a baby in here, Not a thing. So what's your position on his rant? Because it's really just about all of that in one. It's like you got the men and women's sports. You got the weirdness with the pregnancies. Men can get pregnant. And then also he was talking about, like, the fetus is alive till you stop it from breathing. Like, you're taking out a baby. Like, he's hitting very conservative points in that whole kind of spectrum of issues.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously agree, but I just don't even know, number one, why are we having discussed this? Why are we having to discuss this at all? And then 2, how do you take that other side seriously? Like, it's so outrageous. I'm just like, it's just funny. Just like, you can't be serious.
Right. Yeah. It just sucks that people that are that crazy, mostly evil, honestly, let's just be real. It's mostly evil people who are making the rules, and stupid people are excited about them.
Yeah.
And then we're arguing with the stupid people about the evil people.
I just don't understand how people can go along with that logic. Like, I get people at the top that want to push whatever with that weird logic or lack of logic.
Yeah.
But I don't understand how normal people would go along with that. It's just ridiculous.
Okay. I think it's like the modern art thing. Okay. So say there's like
where you have to squint to see what
well,
it is.
not even that. The whole concept, like, people don't understand how this works, but like a multi-millionaire, say they make like 100 million in a year, just for even numbers. So they pay 50 grand they give to an artist to draw some weird modern art masterpiece that's like 3 lines across a paper, right? A canvas. They pay them 50 grand for that. So the artist is like, sweet, that took me like 9 minutes. Awesome. Then they take that modern art masterpiece to some appraiser person that's their friend. And then that person says, oh my goodness, this is so it. This is chic. This is revolutionary. This is worth $100 million, right? Then said millionaire donates his $100 million piece of art to a museum somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then writes off on his taxes $100 million.
Oh yeah, I know with the art, it's like one of the easiest ways to launder money.
So you're just like, I just paid 50 grand to somebody to allow me to write off everything I've earned for the year in tax money in a break because I donated it by doing that flip of paying this much, having it appraised higher, and then donating it at that higher amount. So that's why, and then you go to the art gallery and there's these starving artists that make amazing art. And then you see that piece of shit and you're just like, this is heinous. What is this? And then the idiot is like, you just don't get it. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's modern masterpiece. And you're like, it's just ugly. What are you talking about? But it's the evil people abusing a system and the stupid people.
It's who you know, who you're connected to.
It's who you know. Yeah, it's all about who you know. But yeah, it's just stupid people that are excited about the system the evil people put into place. And they are kind of sent to quarrel with us. We got to quarrel with the stupid people. And it's the evil people that are actually the problem.
I don't know, Jeff.
You think the stupid people are also the problem? I try to give them a little bit of a break because they're stupid.
Ladies, you can't hurt my feelings. I was born in the 80s. Shout out to the women, only they can have babies. Dudes wear dresses now and try to call it normal. Why they use the women's restroom and not a urinal? It's so sad to hear about these young kids' lives. Fuck a pedophile school shooter, hope they all die. You ain't gon' shut me up. You gon' have to kill me and cut out my tongue. You ain't gon' shut me up. I be saying what I want at the top of my lungs. You ain't gon' shut me up. You gon' hear what I say till I'm 6 feet deep. You ain't gon' shut me up. You can hate all you want, I got freedom of speech, and you ain't gonna shut me up. Even if we disagree, I'll die for your right to have your voice heard when you're...
That's what I said earlier. Like, you can say whatever stupid thing I don't agree with, too. That's fine. Because also, I don't want the other side that I agree with to get out of control either. And that's how we kind of keep it in control, is to be able to hear both sides of it.
I love your reaction to that so much. I knew you were going to like that. I knew it. It's like, she's going to love it.
I don't know, Jeff. Is it a question if I'm pregnant?
No, you're crushing it out here.
I'm not a man, though, so I don't know.
That's too funny. Also, I like how he was saying, like, screw the people who abuse children and the mass shooters and all that. I hope they all kick the bucket. I think most normal people agree.
Oh, yeah, and that's pretty much something I think we can all agree on. Like, all normal-ass people. Like,
yeah. Like, look, well, a lot of us, we have children, we have whatever. It's like, I have no patience for anyone who wants to go do harm to soft targets. It's like, you're going to go into a place that Biden helped make a gun-free zone, by the way. So you can thank him and the Democrats in the 90s. And then go, just like open fire on little children. Like, that's those people. And then the people who, the Jeffrey Epstein crew that like abuse children and traffic children and doing all that. It's like, I don't know, man. I feel like most normal people would be very happy to send them to Gaza to be carpet bombed by
even some
Israelis.
criminals too. Yeah, I think even some criminals would agree with that.
A lot of criminals. Like not all of, but I have.
Not all of, but
I'm just saying I got like a lot of family from like Rochester, New York, and people with some very shady pasts. I think
it kind of breaks the code of even the streets.
Even the street code. It's like you don't mess with children or like the elderly, like the people that beat on the elderly and stuff. Like even the thugs who are in for murder or they're in for robbery or they're in for stealing cars or whatever, like they're still gonna beat on the people who are like child abusers and like, you know,
they're just the lowest ranking of even the criminals.
Yeah. Because you're not a predator if you prey on the weak. You know what I mean? In that lineup where it's like you're the big, you know, you're like the big predator of the criminal group, whatever. You want to be top dog of that. But they look very, very down on the people who prey on the weak. That's kind of the way. So there's some honor among thieves, I guess, when it comes to child abusers.
Me up. Even if we disagree, I'll die for your right to have your voice heard when you're speaking your mind. Even if you're saying things and I think you're lying, I will fight so you'll never be silenced. Even if you're yelling in my face, calling me a bunch of names, claiming that I'm full of hate, that's okay. I will stand by your side in support of you, because I believe in free speech for the morons too. You ain't gonna show.
Yeah, I mean, especially if it's not affecting me, what you believe, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. If it's not a direct threat of violence towards you, if you're like saying something that's actual,
well, yeah,
we talk about those kind of things, like things you're not allowed to say. Like
well, then that affects you if you're threatening people and all that.
You're like, I'm walking up to your door to like pull my gat on you. Then it's just like, okay, I got you first, boy. You know what I mean?
That's
that
like
kind of thing.
actual hate speech,
right.
Like not the garbage they're making up.
No, now they're like, hey, men can't get pregnant. And then they're like, oh, that's hate speech that could lead to violence. And it's like, you're saying that your feelings are hurt, so you're going to hurt yourself. And that's violence from me. That is the definition of crazy.
And going into like supporting all that craziness doesn't even help them. They're still crazy.
Nope. Yeah, that's still crazy.
I will stand by your side in support of you, because I believe in free speech for the morons too. You ain't gonna shut me up. You gonna have to kill me or cut out my tongue. You ain't gonna shut me up. I be saying what I want at the top of my lungs. You ain't gonna shut me up. You gonna hear what I say till I'm 6 feet deep. You ain't gonna shut me up. You can hate all you want, I got freedom of speech, and you ain't gonna shut me up.
It's got a pretty good beat to that song.
Yeah, you think so? I've used that one on the Thoughtcast, which, shameless plug, I have a news show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I demonetized it so that I could use some of Tom's and other independent artists' music for the intros and outros. But yeah, I've used that one for some outros when I'm feeling especially frustrated.
Pumped up.
when I'm really amped. And I'm just like, yeah, like we're going to hit him with the explicit freedom of speech for this outro. Like, let's go. Get it. Oh. Yeah, I love that song, and I wanted to share that with you.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So, really liked your reaction. I've noticed that some people were saying in comments in the videos that we've seen that they feel like your reaction to some of the more political songs might be worth exploring, because I've showed you some of the more sing-songy songs, and then what was the one? The one that was the I hate hip hop, because that one made fun of rappers. So it's like we've gone at this from different angles, but people have seen how you respond with your knowledge politically, because you're very, like, you guys don't even know. Keegan actually probably absorbs more current events political stuff than me, because I'm so busy trying to make content. And then
I like the analytical side of it more too.
Right. So she's really good for this kind of stuff, because that's her hobby. Like, your hobby is absorbing that information.
Yeah.
Which was my hobby. Now I have to stack, because I have to like try to absorb information while also making content. And it does make it difficult sometimes. but I just feel like you have so much to offer in this realm. I'd be curious if people would be interested in seeing you doing more kind of political type reactions to stuff.
Like political songs like that?
Yeah, because obviously you said you liked the beat and you felt like that was a decent song, but the other side of it is like you jumped up when he was talking about how I support the you're right if I disagree.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's like so those points really drive home for you, and there's different songs that have messaging that I feel like you would jump at and have commentating to come back for. So I'm just weighing that out in my mind and curious if you, the audience, would like Keegan in for more like heavily political type songs as well. I have a long list of suggestions that people want to hear from you, or to hear your thoughts on. But yeah, I'm just curious on that.
Yeah, I definitely like going into the lyrics, maybe even more than appreciating the actual music.
Yeah, or a lot of it. You were more like liking casual, like rock and country kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you were always bumping whatever rap and hip hop stuff.
Oh yeah, like pump up stuff.
Yeah, it's just not really your jam. Yeah, and then you didn't like heavy hard rock type music as much. Well, you like some.
I like hard rock.
Yeah, you like hard rock.
But not as much into the, like heavy metal stuff, no.
Right. Did you like Falling in Reverse?
He was decent.
Okay.
I like, honestly, the Zombified song more than the second one that you showed me.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, anyways, I appreciate you guys sticking through to the end. We wanted to really make you earn this one. So,
Well,
ladies,
Ed Jeff's got to cut some stuff out, too. That's too long.
Maybe a little bit.
You're
Only
ranting a
little
lot.
bit.
No.
I'm only cutting a little bit. I want him to earn it.
Oh, for the raffle. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, for the raffle. Okay. So I'll tell you about the next raffle after the ladies take it away. Shake it up. Shake it up. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Go ahead. Pull one. Only one. All right. Help read it.
To Joey.
Let's see. We're going straight in. Joey Campbell from YouTube.
Woo!
Woo! All right. Next.
Imagine pulling out. Okay, to be honest, I can't read that.
Hang on. We got to keep it in the frame. No cheating. Original Copper. Also YouTube.
Woo! Follow on Twix for the next raffle. Thanks for watching.
Oh, it's so good, you guys. That's so nice. All right, congratulations to Joey Campbell and Original Copper. I'll be reaching out to you to see if I can get your address and you want these CDs. And we'll be sending those out. If you don't get back to me, they'll go back in the pool. And then also, since somebody was kind enough to send me an autographed copy, I will be raffling off my own copy, listened to one time, in order for you guys to get tickets, because I got a mega roll of these things, so I can start doing raffles. I'm trying to get monetized on Twitter X, since Elon took it over and he's fighting against Media Matters and all these other giants, basically the a-holes of society that have tried to suppress our free speech. I'm trying to support him and trying to grow my platform there as well. So, in order to get a ticket, all you have to do, subscribe here, head over to Twitter, make an X account if you don't have one. My Twitter X handle is @JeffDF2T. The link will be below and it's on my channel page. It's everywhere. So follow me there and then send me a DM. And the direct message, just message me freedom of speech, and then you'll get your ticket. I think that works. So I'm trying to get to 500 followers. I have 366 right now, and it's not for lack of trying. You know, I post a lot, but I just haven't had anything go crazy yet. We'll get there. For anyone else, if you want to send me something for the raffle, I have the P.O. box, which is really cool that you guys have been sending me stuff nonstop, basically, since I got it. But if you want to have something that's a raffle for the channel, then we can kind of strategize on that, but just let me know. And yeah, we're gonna get after this. So thank you so much for coming in studio with me once again, Keegan.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Just to make sure there's enough awkward pause. You know?
Yeah, there's never a lack of awkward pause with me. All right, we're out. See ya.